Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dissect fear itself. I mean, what really makes a story scary? And how are the masters of horror, both human and, machine, actually engineering our nightmares? So let's just start with this little story from Reddit. It's just 2 sentences, but that's all it takes, right? It plants this image in your head that you just can't shake. A familiar face turned monstrous, an unseen threat, in the safest place imaginable. It's just so simple, but wow, is it effective? So yeah, why? Why does that work so well? Well, that's the core question we're tackling in this explainer. We're going to pull back the curtain and really deconstruct the art of the scare, all the way from the classic building blocks of storytelling to the automated terror factories of today's technology. Okay, let's dive right in by looking at that initial hook. How does a story manage to grab you and fill you with dread so darn quickly? It turns out the foundation of any good scare, doesn't matter if it's 2 sentences or a 2-hour movie, is tension. It's that feeling of anxiety you get when something just isn't resolved. See, our brains, they crave order and patterns. And when a story comes along and just shatters that order, we get uneasy. We have to know what happens next, to get that balance back. That feeling, that's the engine of fear. But here's the thing. Not all tension is created equal. To really get under your skin, a storyteller has to know exactly which levers of fear to pull. The real masters of storytelling, they use 2 main types of tension to get you hooked. First, you've got intrigue tension. This one's intellectual. It makes you curious. It comes from mystery, from things that are just off. Then there's dramatic tension. This is purely emotional. It makes you concerned. It makes you worried. It comes from conflict and from danger. One makes you lean in closer, and the other makes you want to look away. And this really illustrates the difference perfectly. Intrigue is all about the why. Why is the man smiling?